Star Ladder I-League Star Series Season 2 Grand Finals for the American qualifiers. It's Complexity facing off against Digital Chaos. Game number 2. We saw fireworks in game number 1. I'm Lyrical, joined today by Ryu. Sir, how you feeling? What do you think about this matchup that we're going into next? I mean, DC always banning the same heroes, but we're going to see Complexity take out the Invoker, and this time around, you know what? They don't want to mess with the Phoenix. We've had enough of him.
DC. Beastmaster. What a great hero. No, but if all things are washed aside, that last game was a very, very good one. It was very entertaining to watch, very entertaining to cast. It could have went either way. It was at no point in time where either team obviously DC had the edge and a lot of, the bases and everything, but Complexity had a really good chance of winning that game. So this one should be very interesting to see, and I'm wondering how the picks are going to go now. Okay. So a lot of teams are opting for the CM against the Beastmaster strategy nowadays.
It's just an incredibly dynamic pick in terms of what you can bring to the table. You got the off-lane capabilities of being able to, run him down. You've got the ability to send him into the jungle with the Iron Talon and just, hit away at creeps and come out of the jungle. I think we saw earlier today in the Not Today Complexity game, they had like the Beastmaster coming out of the jungle at 5.5 minutes with level 6. Like, what is that? How is that even a balanced thing?
There's no such thing as balance in Dota. You make your own balance. That's why you ban heroes. Ban Arc Warden. Make Ice Frog nerf the hell out of there. That's the best thing about Dota, right? You just you keep nerfing heroes before you put it in, and then when you still put it in, it's still top pick. Earth Spirit in a nutshell. That's how almost every single hero works when it's put in, besides Ricky Kappa, that hero.
Oh my god. He's pretty good.
Poor guy.
I actually I think that I saw a roaming Ricky earlier today, and I don't remember. Was it a game that we were casting? I think we
casted it yesterday. I don't know if you casted any of this. I know you casted SEA earlier, but we casted at Finham.
All right.
Ricky, that was amazing to watch. They won that game.
The one I was watching, it was in the Fnatic series this morning, like 10 hours ago or whatever it was, where I don't remember who it was that was playing it, but it worked out really well. Anyways, we're not seeing a Ricky in this game as of yet. It's looking like it's going to be the CM and the Tiny. These are very staple heroes for Complexity. The Avalanche Toss combo that comes out from Tiny, usually I feel like it's Limp that plays it, if I'm not mistaken, and it does look like obviously they're not going to be able to have the IO paired with it, but still could be pretty dangerous. A lot of burst damage there.
It's very interesting to see how they do the Tiny pick here. I think we saw Limp try to he uses it a lot, and he does it to great success. I did question his item build the other day against DC. I hope he does go back for the Ags instead of the Shadow Blade this time around, or I wouldn't even mind him going for Echo Saber first. I think Blink plus Shadow Blade is too much focused on just off the heroes, whereas he still needs to have more damage and more scaling into the later stages of the game. So, other than that, I'll leave Doom in the pool. Ay.
So what is it about this guy that just makes you sort of shudder right there? You seem like you're a little concerned about it. They've got the Doom and the Beastmaster. This does signal that one of them is going to be in the offlane. What do you think about this?
All right, so we're going to start getting serious about this draft, guys. We're going to break it down for you, and my man Lyrical is going to do it for no, I'm just kidding. I got you. Don't worry about it. But in all seriousness, Beastmaster is super strong situation. It can get shut down a little bit here in the offlane by the CM. Might be forced into jungle. We see what he does with the Iron Talon. Does it really well. Farm up so fast. Doom just takes out any hero in the game. He's super tanky. I really love the Chaos lineup right now. It's like 80-20. Right now they're outpicking Complexity. That doesn't need to say that they're going to win yet, or that they had the upper hand. We talked about this yesterday, how Complexity had a really good setup to counter the Doom earlier. was the, you know, the Lycan and the or the Lone Druid as it was yesterday, but they don't have those heroes yet. Tiny, once he's doomed, he's useless. He's gone. CM, they have a lot of ways to cancel the freezing field. Infernal Blade. You don't necessarily want to pop the Doom on her, but she's very squishy. We have seen some great ultimates, but she doesn't really counter any cores yet. Like, she counters the Necro book, she can counter the boars and stuff, but she doesn't necessarily counter like a PL yet by Digital Chaos. And if DC, we know they love to pick Alchemist, and if they pick it now, they'll have 3 tanky cores. I'm like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that does feel like it could be a pretty big issue, and particularly, I mean, CM has this really odd damage curve, I always feel like, where if you start ganking and roaming around with her early, she can be a part of some kills and really cause trouble for your opponents wherever she ends up having to be in lane. And the flip side of that, though, is that once you get past a certain point in the game, she's basically just cannon fodder. And one of the ways that DC try and deal with this is Misery will run the CM, get a Hand of Midas, and then try and build into a big item, whether that's a Blink Dagger, whether that's building into a Sheep Stick, which we've seen him sometimes go immediately following the Hand of Midas. And it's a way to try and counter out to make her more viable in the later stages. But again, it just feels like if you don't hit that timing absolutely perfectly, she can fall off so quickly.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're gonna have the same success Misery has on the CM. I mean, he's just absolutely amazing. When he touched Hero, I was gonna thinking a little bit.
It's fine.
It was going a little bit too no graphics for me. I need to pull back here. It's getting kind of late over here, but this is Complexity now. We have the Batrider Darkseer taken out. Obviously, Swindle's heroes targeted there. Then the Lifestealer and Lion. These are all good heroes to take out. Lion, a lot of control factor. Imagine if DC had Lion right now. I would be super scared. They have so much lockdown and control. I don't even know how Complexity even play this game without getting perma bash, perma anything. Yeah. But new hero once again. We saw this earlier from Complexity.
Huh. This is interesting.
It was to.
I'm wondering though. It's again early aggression, which feels like they want to try and push and, well, not push, but at least take team fights early.
10 seconds
and
remaining.
Meanwhile, they don't have a ton of ability to really, I guess, take down towers early by the same token. So I guess just winning and snowballing from there. Maybe Tiny picks up a Blink Dagger or something. I really like DC maybe picking up a Disruptor. I feel like that would be such a strong hero given the context of the draft so far.
Could be strong. I just want to see DC just pick Viper now and just. The thing is, there's still a lot of cheesy stuff in this. Like, there's still Brood pick potential for either side. There's still the Viper pick that's amazing against Complexity's lineup, and it synergizes really well with theirs. There's always the Alchemist that both teams are very aware that DC played it. I don't know if Complexity necessarily can play the okay. Get another Misery special, guys. This game is. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is a little bit scary.
Anticipate now for a PL potential. Even Anti-Mage is really good with Keeper of the Light, just because you can constantly push out waves, make space, and just bide your time, and then AM's just gonna carry you. That's what DC love to do. Make space for resolution to carry the game.
And now doubling down upon this is the natural counter to Keeper of the Light in general, is you're going to be able to have that nighttime and make it less day in general too. But I will say that it does now feel like Complexity are very much pushing for this early game, and with Digital Chaos already having a lot of great ways to wave clear. They have to snowball. Like, they just have to stomp, I think. And sure, you're going to have the CM aura to try and give them a better advantage in the laning stage than you would have otherwise. But much like the CM, I feel like Night Stalker is one of those heroes too that in the later stages he basically just becomes like a walking couple of items and then the vision advantage, which is fine. But if you've got DC that end up picking one of these late game cores, it doesn't really matter if you see him coming all that much.
I would say right now it's really best pick for Complexity to pick up Night Stalker. Like you said, it counters Beastmaster, counters Keeper of the Light once he gets Ags. permanent nighttime eventually get to level 16 almost.
10 seconds
And
remaining.
the problem right now though is when you do this, you're forced to end the game
Complexities
at
turn to ban.
a really early time, and the only way you can really go high ground for complexity is with tiny eggs, and they need to get a lot of pickoffs. I mean a ton of pickoffs with their lineup right now as it stands, because of
10
all of their
seconds remaining.
damage is single target burst damage. It feels like sure you have
5
tiny
seconds
combo, but normally that combo is on one hero, and CM's freezing field is not reliable at
Radiant
all
team
in this
back.
game.
That's something that we need to be very concerned about, and I would agree that it always feels like nowadays the patch, you either end the game at around that, roughly late 20-minute mark or something around that point,
10
but
seconds remaining.
they don't have the greatest hero for it yet. I really like the idea of maybe trying to go back. The
5
hero that you
seconds
mentioned in the last
remaining.
game would be a DP, something that could take, and it is going to be banned out there. That makes a lot of sense. As far as DC and what they're looking for, though, I'm not exactly sure what they need to round it out. I feel like if they wanted to, they could just take another sort of good late game scaling carry or mid laner.
10 seconds.
I mean, they could
remaining.
even go for the resolution
5 seconds
again.
remaining.
Clearly the best, but we saw how tanky she gets when you have the Bloodstone,
time,
and it's very hard to
5
kill her at
seconds
times when he
remaining.
went for the Yules. And okay, but yeah, another good hero,
Complexities
tempo
turn to
controller.
pick.
It's a lot better for engaging and re-engaging, and it has a lot more opportunities of surviving once you start getting that Yules online to counteract the silence coming in from Night Stalker. But
10 seconds
complexity,
remaining.
now they see this puck in mid lane. What do they want to pick?
5
I don't think they can
seconds
necessarily
remaining.
get a Viper in the mid lane, although it'd be really nice to have against shutting down the puck. But
Reserve time.
Maybe DK?
DK is a really good hero here.
5 seconds
They might have
remaining.
to put all their eggs in the basket. Okay,
Ooh.
they're another pushing hero that they really needed to have. I'm interested to see, could they put CM plus tiny mid or tiny mid and input less safe
I like that.
lane with Tusk? I'm actually not opposed to the idea of Lesh plus lane. That's super strong. Or you could still put Lesh in mid lane, it doesn't matter. But I think Tiny has way more kill potential in the mid lane against the puck, because it's really hard for you to phase shift the Avalanche immediately at times. That Avalanche out there, get the toss combo, and it's very devastating for a puck early on, and the amount of burst damage it could be, but do it however they want. And yeah, gonna do tiny mid. I agree with this. This is really good.
Prepare for
It's going to be an
battle.
interesting one indeed. I like the idea as well. Part of the reason that I really like the puck pick in general is just because I felt like with the Tusk, with the CM, with the Tiny as a potential mid laner, even though we didn't end up seeing it as of yet, there was a very large possibility that whoever it is that it was going to be mid is just going to get roamed on, and that becomes less likely now because the puck is so survivable. But the Tiny gives you some amount of potential just to apply pressure yourself, and then if you want to, maybe you rotate in one other hero. But Resolution going to be on the high ground, spots out, hey, guess what, there's a couple people out there, they throw out the shards, aren't going to be able to catch them, but just a time walk over the edge of them, and with that, Complexity should be able to secure the top rune.
No, yeah, and there's
Weehaw?
oh no!
Oh, silenced up. Weeha's going to go down, I believe. Yeah, first blood going to Chessie. Well played.
The swindle crippling fear factor. 3-second duration day. Oh my goodness, what a player!
They never expect the crippling fear first from the Night Stalker, but it was exactly what they needed at that point. That was really well played there.
And it was really nice from DC too. I'm gonna give them a bit of credit, even though they gave away first blood there. Very unfortunate for Weehaw. That's could have been avoided, but they put their two heroes that can't really get caught out by the snowball if it was potential, by having the illusionary orb as well as having the time walk. So it was really nice watching how they approached that, because they knew Complexity were going to come and test that pool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was something that I feel like we saw maybe it was complexity even again that smoked out towards that lane yesterday in the games that we were watching, and the Ricky ended up being there and getting exposed. That was probably Southeast Asia again. I'm getting it all mixed up. There's so much Dota around. But meanwhile, the safe lane Leshrac, a bit of another... I think that we actually first saw this in Southeast Asia, and maybe a couple of games as well previously in other regions. But it's really strong. You just take a lot of points in that Diabolic Edict and try and take down the tower before it gets too late into the game. But they're going to answer it by running an aggressive tri-lane with Misery, Resolution, and Saksa here on the Doom, Keeper of the Light, and the Void. Kind of an interesting answer.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how they're approaching. They don't want the Beastmaster to get shut down because that's what CM provides you. Shut down the Beastmaster in the off lane because he doesn't have that board to constantly harass. Top,
oh
bam.
My god, looking for the Coddle Blast as well. It's not quite going to be enough and is going to be able to salve through that. One other point we didn't talk about a ton, and it's kind of cool actually, as Swindles is trading hits here with Moo. Z-Freak also going to start bringing him fairly low, and the boards, they should be able to keep him alive. What I was going to say, though, is the Infernal Blade combination with the Chakra Magic, you can potentially get a double Infernal Blade once that's maxed up to the max level.
Yeah, it's going to be really like devastating for anybody having double. And there's a lot of, you know, neat things you can do with this spell.
Sidesteps that one. That's nice. Oh, going to go out the Time Walk as well. There's going to be the Frostbite, and with that, they should stop chasing. But again, you can already see the pressure that's being applied onto these two heroes up here. They've got a nice amount of mana regen, but with the Arcane Aura only up at level 1, it might not be enough to allow them to continue to spam out those spells. And actually, a Hadouken comes in from afar. Hanskin just going to keep on getting punished in this lane, and this is the danger of running a CM.
And a Lesh.
Yeah.
Both of these heroes are squishy. They're benefiting from this patch, you know, getting that extra strength early on or HP. I mean, they would be like sitting on, I would feel like 500 HP if not lower. So at least these intelligence heroes benefited a lot from the patch. Meanwhile, Swindles is getting, you know, bodied in this lane. It was once a dual lane, but now, you know, Moo is just caught back up. Tusk can't do anything in the bottom lane. And
Snowball, they've got the Void, and I'm going to bring them in with it as well. Just going to try and see if they can do enough damage to keep them out for the moment. Shards, Moo, oh my god, is he really going to be able to do this? Dodging away also from the Void. It's not going to be able to come out. Moo is going to be able to maybe walk away from this one. 30 HP. Oh my god, Moo has been playing so unbelievably good this whole series. MVP for me by far.
He's been playing absolutely well, but I think that was a little bit of a misplay coming in from Swindles. He had the Mango ready, but he didn't pop it fast enough. So had the Void 1, if not 2 seconds earlier, and that might have cost him that kill.
Oh, Hanskin again taking the damage here. Caught in the trees with the Keeper of the Light. It's a scary proposition indeed, and looks like for the moment at least they're going to be fine. The other thing we didn't talk about is a ton either is the little combo there of Resolution potentially being able to have the double Time Walk once the Chakra Magic is maxed out. Which is also
he's going to be like the anti-mage factor. Oh, the blast's going to hit on him.
Hanskin dropping low. One more hit. Is it going to be enough? They do find the kill, but also the Diabolic Edict. They end up going for the Fairy Fire, trying to face off against Chessie here, and stuck in the woods. He's going really deep into this, and maybe going to be able to make something happen, or Splitter's not going to be enough. They sidestep the dodge as well. All the ice shards aren't going to be able to find him, and he heads out of there. Actually not going to be able to survive.
Bottom lane.
They kill off one and might be able to lose another. So
yeah, they killed mid lane. Limp solo kill. That's what we talked about. Killing Puck.
Oh, Resolution again. Yeah, he's in maybe a little bit of trouble. Does have the Time Walk this time, so should be able to take away a lot of that damage. And actually, the Ice Blast and the Earth Split is going to be able to find this. Rezo is barely alive. He does finally fall. Man, a lot of aggression. Again, sparing no expense in this series. Weha showed up, though. He wants to party. He's going to jump now after Chessie. One more right click is going to finish him off. Hanskin also on the menu, but not going to be able to dive deep for that one.
Yep. Nice rotation in. And that's Puck before he's level 6. Could have got 2, if not 3 kills there if he had the coil up. And should have it here soon. Z-Freak could be in trouble.
Oh, finding him. He is going to snowball. They dodged the silence with that one, and also going to be able to phase shift away from that damage. Meanwhile, Hanskin throws out the Crystal Nova. Chessie is here. Going to catch onto one. Weehaw may be in trouble. Goes forward again. Kills off Hanskin. They're not going to be able to find the shards. Drops the Dream Coil. Weehaw barely alive, but I think he should be able to live through this. Oh, God. Chessie very low. He's going to drop. Double for
Bottom
Misery.
lane.
Looking for
Window's
more.
gonna get a solo kill. The wrap around. Oh, he's the vision. The vision.
Sasuke's gonna be able to do it. Hadouken from afar. Not gonna quite be enough for the kill, but man, again, Moo just barely alive down here.
Ring around the tree, baby. Play coming in. And that was a nice
Radiant's
TP in
middle
coming in
tower is
from
under
the
attack.
Doom as well. So, man, this game is action-packed everywhere. I would say it's benefiting at least, you know, complexity a little bit, considering Tiny's about to
Oh.
Kappa. Sorry about that. He's just like, I'm gonna run away. He could have potentially found Moo and got the kill on him, but not knowing where he was or who's up the hill.
They do find Weehaw, and he's gonna have to jaunt away. Has that regen rune now, so things looking fairly good for DC already. If you take a look at the net worth, 2,000 net worth lead and 750 experience. Again, down there in that bottom lane, you got to be so frustrated if you're Swindle. You come really close to being able to get the solo kill one time, and then the kill with the gank rotation the second time.
Oh, Misery.
And now he's gonna take his spoils. He finishes off that Keeper of the Light, and that's something he had been waiting for a little while.
They have this planted board.
Got eyes. This is going to be Hanskin, able to do a lot with this. They're going to rotate 4 heroes in. Resolution first up, and is going to be able to go for the time walk away. Can they actually get out of here, though? Saksa just drops the ward, and he's literally going to walk away. They are not going to be able to catch up to him, I don't think. He's out of there.
Now walk it out. Now walk it out. I'll run it out. Actually, he needs to run. They're going to find him. They're going to catch him.
Well,
What?
Swindles, they have the jump, and right clicks are there, but Weehaw's also here, and it looks like the silence onto Weehaw, keeping him alive. All right, they do kill the Doom, but the definition of space created is down bottom. You're seeing that Moo as well as Misery are starting to take down the tier 1.
It's pressure coming out from DC everywhere on the map. It's both teams constantly rotating around, getting a lot of things done. So nice to watch. You can understand that they haste.
That was a smoke break as well. So he got the haste on Limp, but now they realize that there's going to be a rotation down daytime at least. And Misery shoots off one of those illuminates, thinking he was going to find the site of complexity.
Yep, and with that blast, that either lets you know that there's a ward on that high ground or a hawk scouting you out. So it maybe complexity want to end a sentry trying to find it out, but maybe not. Everyone's still available for Limp at any given moment. And I wanted to note something for everybody. This is a really good raindrop game for both teams, and you can see it right now. There's a raindrop on the Tiny and the Puck. I wish some other heroes would have it, just because there's a ton of magical burst damage in this game.
Oh, 3-man chrono! Oh my god, Pezzo right on the edge with all of them, and this might be a huge turnaround. Limp is going to try and get out of there, and I think that he should be able to live, but my goodness, Resolution hits it perfectly, and Weehaw should be able to escape from that. There wasn't enough follow-up, unfortunately, but that was really pretty to watch.
Dire's top
Oh yeah.
is under attack.
It's if you think about it, this game, the chrono doesn't have that much synergy, right? Doom, I mean, Beastmaster, these are kind of like all single target tables, whereas the AoE chrono is there, but there's no AoE coming in besides Coddle or Puck. Moo getting chased down.
Oh, I'm not sure if he's going to play Ring Around the Rosie this time. There are a lot of boars, and, well, maybe he can. Slowed down for the moment, and jukes back the other direction. Oh, the avalanche catches him right on the edge, and that's going to ensure that the kill does finally go their way. So very well played there, but you're still seeing down bottom, Resolution just solo taking this tower, and should be able to get it. Hanskin is in the area. He Time walks away, and instead they're going to be able to get the deny. Meanwhile, top lane, the chase forward, they toss down Swindles. They'll have another Void in a second if they can find it, and that is going to be a kill. Swindles bringing it back for his team. Needs to be careful about this illusory orb as Weeha's looking for the catch and drops down the silence onto him, running away for the moment. Phase Boots back in 3 seconds, but is going to TP away, but no luck as the Infernal Blade comes out.
Nice rotations coming in, and that lets you know, yep, there's a ping. Know the ward is up there just because he had the vision when he was in the trees for the coddle. So that's why he went down. Ward there, gave the vision, and they know where Limp is farming now too. Roar still available. Oh, that was kind of obvious what they did.
That would have been nice.
They just like walk out of the creeps and let me just try and roar you.
And that should signal also that there's a ward there, which I'm sure will be very soon dewarded by Complexity. Weeha again, those infused raindrops keeping him alive, and just having a little mini laning stage with Jesse here. As obviously neither wants to go too much further forward. So what's the play here for Leshrac? He's kind of been the least farmed core out of the game, despite having that safe lane that was pretty heavily contested. What does he need to build into in this game?
Your stock standard build is going to be Bloodstone, 9 times out of 10, and I would still say he should go for the Bloodstone, but it's one of those situations where toss, no, that they tossed range creep. They got the deny on the tower, and yeah, they're just going to back out here. Going to be hunting a little bit, but going back to answer the question, most of the time you just want to go for the Bloodstone, and then afterwards, kind of tricky. One of the heroes in Complexity should go for a Linken's. It's a really good game to have that for the Doom, for the Beastmaster Roar.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah, it
attack.
feels like it could be strong, and we'll see who it is. I mean, that's something that maybe you even think about Swindles picking up. He actually... Is he going Armlet this game? He's got the Helm of Ironwell.
Yep.
Interesting.
It should be harmless. He just wants to full out aggression. They know they need another carry, and they know that the vision from the Ags is not going to be enough. They need another right clicker.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I like that. It's something that you don't always see, but now also they're going to need to back out because the Illuminate Blast is going to come through, and unfortunately, you can see that Resolution is down here in the bottom lane, and he literally has just been hitting towers for the past 2 to 3 minutes. It doesn't really feel like there's been a great response, and Complexity wanting to make a lot of stuff happen, but it's just so hard given the context of the game and where they're finding themselves. They kind of feel like they also need to group up.
Yeah, this is a situation right now where Complexity need to get something done at this nighttime. They have to, actually, because there's a 3k gold lead right now for DC, but that's actually equivalent to like a 6 or 7k gold lead at this moment. Oh my.
Got denied by the
They
neutral.
are so lucky. So lucky. Hanskin. Oh, that was funny. But yeah, this is looking very grim for Complexity a little bit, but they had the sword scouting out where they are. Move.
Oh, Snowball
There we
forward, looking for him, and he drops the Hawk, giving a little bit of extra vision. Can they take him down in time, though? He's very tanky, and instead they doom up Swindles. Moose still getting chased down and doesn't have that Phase Boots movement speed anymore. Throws out the Hadouken onto Z-Freak. They're going to chase down Swindles' first hit bash. Oh, that's so frustrating, and it does look like Z-Freak is going to be able to escape, but the Chronosphere dropped down a lot of hate level against Swindles, and Weeha not going to be able to hit the freeze coil. Oh, and now he's
Blink
silenced.
away.
That is going to mean that I think Hanskin gets out. So Doom, Chronosphere, and the Dream Coil all used, and they only kill off the Night Stalker.
Yeah, but you can just see how strong these teamfight item or these teamfight controlling spells are. It's kind of devastating for Complexity. And right now you can still get the pick off Limp. Nice. They're gonna get move here at least.
He tries to head off to the side, and
Oh wait, what? Okay.
he was hiding. Oh my god. Tossed up in the air and punched in the jaw as he comes down. Z-Freak takes his revenge.
This is just looking, it's still looking very good for DC though after that kill, because they're having constant map control when they are supposed to make map control for this, Lesh, right? He's got max Edict, and so they really want to kill him in the mid lane for Chessie.
Now they've got No more Doom, but Infernal Blade is available, and they throw out one of those Coddle Blasts, which does not connect onto Chessie. And this guy is very, very quick, and there's going to be the Silence in a little bit of trouble. They drop the Dream Coil because that spell is such a low cooldown, but Counter Initiation, Limp finds the kill, and after the Dream Coil used, they don't have Doom available. I think that he does still go down. Walrus punch out, and oh my god, they're also able to get away from that one as maybe still... No, he's just definitely dead. There's no luck. They drop the roar onto Handskin. He should fall here, but maybe not as the ult's going to come out. The right clicks are there. Yeah, it's the wild axes to find that.
And then the bada boom coming in from the... Misery is just playing so well this game. It's so amazing to watch what he does. Like, he's hit every single blast. And, you know, Tusk tried to dodge it there. Didn't happen. And that ultimately, you know, seals the fate for CM. But that's what happens to Puck when you don't have those raindrops. He decided, because the hardest part about keeping raindrops is you need your null, you need magic one, and you need your bottle. You just need so many items that raindrop only benefits really when you have an additional item slot, it feels like. And it's unfortunate because that he would have survived in a situation with that tiny burst.
Ooh, and we have thought about trying to go for this one, and is just going to let the Illusory Orb fly, but not going to chase too much further after it. Yeah, it's a great item for being able to get through that laning stage and dodge the ganks, but I think that it makes sense that it's something where you don't want to keep it in there forever. But again, catches Swindles, Dream Coil dropped, he's going to be stunned. Rest of his team's coming in. They might think about fighting this. Swindles is going to turn back around. Limp might spot out Resolution. He does have Chronosphere available, but needs to get away. I don't think that they can take this unless he hits like a 5-minute chrono. The rest of the team is not actually here. Resolution turns back around, drops it, hits onto 4, but it's not nearly enough damage. Actually going to snowball through onto them as well. And what is happening right here? This is not the fight the DC want to be taking. Handskin is low, but they're still going to be able to hold the tower, it feels like.
Maybe. Oh, this is looking like a disaster potential for DC.
They've already dropped Doom. Swindles is going to turn back around. They throw out the Handskin ulti. It's actually a lot of damage onto all of them, and that's going to be DC dropping incredibly low here. He's still getting the full duration. Resolution taking a ton of damage, and now maybe silenced enough to find the kill. They toss forward Handskin. That's going to end up being the Faceless Void going down, and Weeha doing everything he can still. Only the Tusk has died. Handskin goes down now. Misery blinded right away. What was that?
That's a play. What?
Well, Misery's still gonna drop, but that was awesome.
That is not how that should work. I can guarantee you that. But that was amazing. You know, you learn something every day in Dota, no matter what.
So can you give me your analysis? What did I see that correctly? That Limp tossed him, and then they were able to blinding light away before the damage hit him?
Yep, your eyes are working, my friend. That's what I saw, and I would have never known that. That was just really bad for DC, though. All things joking aside, that can't make that play when you've already committed your Doom, you've committed your Chrono. And I think they even they committed the coil too. It's just like, what are you doing? Just try and get out, like sacrifice the tower, sacrifice 1 or 2 heroes. Meanwhile, Saksa is gonna get chased down here in the top lane.
He has a hood, so a little bit of extra survivability, and looks like they don't actually want to take this fight. It's really slow going.
Yeah. So Chessie, he did opt to go for the Yules. Gonna help out a lot for his movement speed, so he can catch up or even run away, or even, you know, try and dodge. Maybe somebody's about to cast a roar on him. He can use his Yules on somebody else, himself, even the Chrono. So it's a very good item to have. Normally you see it after the Bloodstone, but you can understand why he wants to get it. Situation.
I also really do like that Night Stalker, he stops going for the armlet first. He's going to go into the Aghanim Scepter as his item instead. And, you know, we talked about the armlet and how it would have been helpful, but this is also going to allow you to, you know, get that vision advantage. And maybe they're off to a good enough start with Limp and his damage that he's been able to get, and now starting to build into an Aghanim Scepter of his own that they feel comfortable with it.
It's kind of still weird for me, you know, having the helm still. in his inventory. I obviously you don't want to sell that item, and you can still benefit from the armor and the stats from it, the HP regen. So, but I guess he really needs to have the eggs just to take away all of the vision and give extra vision for yourself. Like that's the bigger thing. Now they're able to maybe transition. Before they weren't maybe able to with the Tiny and the Lesh. Now they're not so far behind anymore. Tiny is the highest net worth now. Lesh is caught up at least a little bit, or keeping up with the rest. Maybe he just feels like they need the superior vision factor now.
Well, and I also, it's worth noting that we're going to see Resolution go back for the Radiance. So he's going for the Vanguard Radiance build, and heroes on the side of Complexity, particularly this Tiny, who do a lot of damage in small swats. You want to make sure that you're able to actually hit every time, and that mischance can become pretty devastating if you're not careful. Meanwhile, down here in the bottom lane, Misery, it's got to be careful. It does look like they're going to try and find a kill. There's the jump forward Avalanche. Is he going to push him back again? He get one toss, and oh, not quite going to catch there with the shards. Run away, old man. This might be a little bit too deep. The Dream Coil, the Veil, oh my god, the damage! They're going to be able to do a ton to them. They are going to end up losing Misery, but poor God, in this Chronosphere, oh no, this was not how it was supposed to go. The Swindles, meanwhile, is going to be doomed up. Roar onto Limp. Oh my god, and everybody from Complexity is going to end up falling here. Maybe can Swindles get away? That play by Weehaw was so good, and it looks like this is going to maybe be an escape for Swindles. Well, he actually has a Blink Dagger back up in just a couple of seconds, trying to find him, but he's just too quick. The 3,000 gold change off the back of that one.
And now on the other, we can't do phrases anymore, guys.
It's late in the day. We've been casting a lot.
We're done. I'm done. I'm putting this in my mouth now. That's what we're doing.
Good stuff. Tell me about it. What's your read on the situation as it stands right now with the game?
Even though they did make that committal, it still was all the Weehaw show, right? And Resolution. And the thing is, it's just hurting Complexity right now because they're grouping up so much for these amazing situations for DC. And if they don't do that and they just go for, the single good burst damage or picking off people around the map, they're going to be able to still be fine in the situation. You just gave a lot over to the enemy team. You have to realize that now of Complexity. They're going to be an additional item at least on the puck now. Obviously the face Void you talked about, he's going to be finishing the Radiance soon, but you're just going to have to play around knowing they gave a lot of items over.
Yeah, it's a scary proposition indeed, and these items are going to start to make a bit of a difference. As the Radiance is going to be up very shortly. He's only a couple hundred gold away from it, but simultaneously Complexity have hit a good timing in their own right. You've got the Aghanim Scepter on this Night Stalker with the gem shutting down the vision, and you can see that it's just so hard to play against this. They are going to spot out Misery here, who is going to end up being able to find somehow. Weehaw jumps forward and is going to get caught, but the Chronosphere, they're going to be able to get away from there for the moment. Jets is still doing a lot of damage, and it looks like with that, Soxia might need to get out of there. They have the Dream Coil down onto 2. Is it going to be enough, though? They don't have the Radiance as of yet, and Misery ends up getting uppercutted one time in the face. Meanwhile, Doom has been dropped onto Limp. This might be their moment. Needs to be able to bring down Handskin. They throw out the time dilation as well. There's the CM ulti, but Handskin's going to fall. Meanwhile, jaunting forward. Weehaw looking for more, is going to be able to spot Swindles and Veil down onto Limp. They kill off on the top side, the Tusk rather. So another really good team fight won by DC. Oh my god, almost able to catch there, but not going to be able to find Limp.
It doesn't have a Yule Scepter. I was just watching, and forced to pop nighttime already, as that could be devastating for Complexity. They don't have nighttime for another 100 seconds once it goes down. And are they going to be able to do anything after this besides this tier 2 tower? First DC is going to be the question. Maybe they'll go for Roche when they know that the ultimate was just used for Night Stalker. That could be very... I don't know right now. I'm very worried for Complexity just because of what Swindles did with his ultimate pop.
Yeah, that's something that's going to need to be a good timing for them to try and exploit. They're not going to have Doom for 70 seconds, but Chronosphere is going to be back up really shortly, and they do have Radiance up on Void. You look at the net worth advantage, it's about 5,000 with around 4,000 experience earned, and just a lot of these timings coming online. Necrobook level 3 and a Blink Dagger for Moo, and during daytime now, they've got tremendous vision, so... I don't know, this is
Mid lane,
this is tough.
Z-Frig,
Oh god.
Roar.
He's gonna end up going down. Beastmaster's just so good.
You know, I want to give a shout out real quick to Misery, MVP of this game so far, you know, this series. He, for me, has mana leaked the flesh, hit at least 2 or 3 blasts during team fights, blinding light perfectly all the time. I don't know what more he can do.
Yeah.
In this damn game.
Yeah.
But yeah, here you go. This is Windows, man. That they know that this has to be happening right now.
They do have nighttime darkness rather in 10 seconds, but yeah, nobody's showing on the map, and they might realize that this is going on, and if they're able to get this Roche unimpeded, which it feels like is going to happen, I don't know, it could be curtains. They're going to end up spotting this out, and yeah, Roche is about to die. They don't really have a great answer for it. Swindle's going to try and do everything they can, but he can only look on in dismay as they have it, and now maybe trying to take a fight into all of these ultimates. Complexity feel like they need to do something, but I don't think that they really can. The pipe's going to wear off. That might be their time to go, and actually Resolution turns back around. Silence for the moment, able to take it off. He's still got that Radiance burn going, and ends up dropping down the Dream Coil onto a couple. Controlled for the moment, drops down the Chronosphere, and is going to be able to catch on to several. Slash is going to be the only one, but it looks like they have enough damage. Triple kill for Resolution. Hanskin got a full duration ulti, but might be able to find that other one. Ultra kill down. Oh my god, what a man. Weehaw gonna chase down Swindles, and do they have enough to control him? I don't think so, but honestly, it doesn't matter at this point. That's gonna be 2,800 gold swing, and the Aegis on top of that. Oh no, Complexity.
Everything's just fading away. What was, you know, the last game was epic. This is just starting to look like a bloodbath, and the only blood on the floor right now is Complexity. It's looking devastating for them. They still have the Necro 3 available. They have Pipe ready. Mechanism in 10 seconds. Even Egg is still on Resolution. I don't see how this is not at least 1, if not 2 seconds back.
And this is the lineup that I feel like scales better into the late game as well, and it's not really looking like anything's going to stop it from happening. Swindle throws out a Void onto the board, but the pipe popped, and Hanskin can only throw out so many Crystal Novas before they're just going to be able to jump on him. They are going to be able to get the toss back onto Resolution. Time walks away all the damage. Now we have Veil, Dream Coil, Silence as well, and why not just make it happen again? They Blinding Light back and buyback for the Crystal Maiden, but it's not enough. Jesse is going to drop out of mana, out of time, controlled and killed. Meanwhile, Resolution going to jump forward a bit more. The Radiance burn all over the place. We are not going to get killed off. They buy back another 2 heroes, and he ends up getting the Yule Scepter lift up. Hanskin dropping low. Is going to be able to drop away from there as well.
No,
finally gets out. Are you kidding me? Weehaw, what a player. Oh man, and he escapes. Nobody dead for DC with 3 buybacks already used for Complexity. Soxa taking a lot of damage, but the Blinding Light keeping him alive. Chronosphere is back up. Is he going to be able to do it? Oh, Aegis is dropped, but he's going to have it back up when he spawns, and this might be the moment for them to go. He actually just time walks away, does not want to push his luck. And Swindles, very aggressive. Silence out.
He's got his Manta. He's got his Manta.
Oh god, Manta dodges away. That's going to be Jesse going down. Trying to escape the jump forward. They kill him off. Faceless Void, monster kill streak. And Barracks are on the menu. So many buybacks used. Already a 5,600 gold swing. They get the deny on the ranged Barracks, but the smallest silver of linings around that cloud.
Man, Complexity just throwing bodies and bodies and bodies. And it's just not working right now. They're just too tanky. They can't kill off Resolution. They can't kill off tanky heroes. And somebody's about to be roared in the face. Who is it?
They're looking for it. Limp actually going to toss back, and all of a sudden, Weeha is already there. He gets caught in the Chronosphere, and Hanskin doing everything that he can, but just look at the damage. Limp is going to end up going down here as well. Godlike streak for this Faceless Void at this point. 12-2 and 12, and it looks like another Barracks is going to end up falling. They pipe up, too tanky, too survivable, and they just don't have enough to deal with this.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
You know what DC stands for? Duracell right now. Battery strong,
Dire's top tower
never
is
giving
under
up,
attack.
everlasting, and it looks like, oh, there we go.
Lipton, Weeha finally does fall, and they do up Limp for the moment. Oxford taking a lot of damage. A really nice first split. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to finish them all off. Resolution's still alive. Just kills off Limp, and somehow is going to survive through this. Is he going to be able to get away? Oh, God. Lift up with the Yule Scepter, trying to chase him down. He finishes off his Diffusal Blade, but DC dove a bit too deep, as they are going to end up getting chased down. Misery just going to TP away. No luck as far as being able to finish him off.
They got a wrong battery. Sorry guys, I misjudged that. They were out of charges. They needed to go back and, you know, fill up. That was, all things aside though, Complexity are doing not so hot. Like you talked about, they nice hold there. Maybe they're gonna need at least 4 more of those, if not 5. And we talked about this, Lyrical, man. We talked about it enough where it's just scaling. DC into the later stage is superior. So the Complexity are just gonna have to outplay, just straight out ball these guys right now.
Well, the CM got 3,000 gold from that last fight and buys a BKB, because that's a thing on top of the Midas. But regardless, I'm not sure if that's even going to be enough, because at the end of the day, if they need to, they've still got Roar to be able to break through it. And I mean, you don't necessarily want to have to cast Doom, but it's something else you can do if you have to. So, and honestly, I just don't even know if it's going to be enough damage to take down all these Kanky cores. Puck has a Crimson Guard, by the way. What?
He's tired of dying, and they just want to end the game, basically.
Oh no. Alright, well.
Swindles.
Looking for him. Weeha gonna chase him down. Yule Scepter lifting it up, and there's gonna be the Veil. The chase is gonna continue. They do have the Dream Coil if they need to use it. Oh my goodness. The gem on the ground. They pick it up and ready to go in now with the Chronosphere up and ready to go.
That was weird, pushing out that far when that's the only lane left in the game where DC are going to go to 100%. And without having buyback now, or actually he has buyback at least, so the play isn't that bad, but he really would love to have the buyback right now for when he dies, because it's this stage of the game.
Oh, Weeha, they don't end up hitting the Avalanche, and there's going to be the jump Chronosphere as well. They break it immediately. Hanskin, oh no, BKB didn't want it so badly, but it's not going to be there. And now Chessie is doing a lot of damage. Weeha's still alive for the moment. Face shits away, and it looks like Resolution's just going to be able to chase them down. They've already got a triple kill for Misery, because that hero is so ridiculous. And DC beat Complexity 2-0 again. I apologize for my item drop. He dropped his Yule Scepter. Oh God, really? Are you gonna do that to him? Are you really gonna do that to him? Oh no. Ryu, what's happened?
I apologize for my Orb of Venom being dropped in the enemy base. It was so toxic. Like in a Dota.
Final thoughts on the series, final thoughts on these two teams. They're both gonna be in Manila.
I mean, what can you say when Chaos have... I keep on beating them every single time, and it's like one of those feelings when you play against like EG when they were at their peak, you know, you just play them, you lose. You play them, you lose. Even when you get in these close games, you just lose. So it's devastating. It's a mental thing more than anything else when you're just like, okay, well, I've played this game 10 times, 15 times. I can't beat them. And it starts getting depressing. It starts demoralizing you. You want to be the best in your region. And with C playing as hot as they have, you have to consider them favorites over Complexity to not just go top 8 top 4, but finishing even top 2. Because DC right now have been playing absolutely amazing in the North American region. We're gonna have to see how that transcends regions when it comes up. But so far, normally you say, "Hey, Phoenix, your Sunray, it counters strength heroes," but in a sense, Lifestealer is one of those heroes that it has a lot of damage coming back to him because of lifesteal. So he's like, "Oh, that's okay, Phoenix. You can Sunray me while I'm, wailing on somebody. I'll still get all my HP." And he's really good against Clockwork too, just because he can zone him out of lane, rage, stop the battery assault. So that was the perfect pick for. Now he's trying to pick again. We need a good support hero.
Instead, Complex are going to go for the Lion. That instant disable, and you get a Blink Dagger up on this guy, it can start to become an issue.
See, I really disagree with this Lion pick right now. I think it's great and all for blowing up targets, but at the end of the day, you would like to have a Rubik in this situation for stealing. You can always steal the Fiend's Grip from Bane, like 99% of the time, unless you're out of position. Clockwork, he's really good at displacing the Clockwork. Once he hooks in the cogs, and kill him early on better than Lion. Whereas Lion, if he's found out in the back lines from the Clockwork, that's going to be easy money for Misery here, or Moo, sorry, in the offlane. And it can work out. I'm just would rather see the Rubik. And now, so DC's starting to pick. We're gonna have to see something. The mid hero here, or so it's in my opinion, it might be Alchemist or it might be Meepo. What we see, we could still see it later on, but Alchemist very good versus Adun as always. Just pop the Chemical Rage and then okay, that's another good Doom candidate.
Complexities turn to
so I thought they would pick the mid. Sorry.
I know, no, it's fine. I think that this is an interesting one, sort of reminiscent of the way that Liquid play things, where you have a lineup that's very situated around team fights and making sure that you win these engagements, either little skirmishes or full-on team fights. They're going to be able to have really good pickoff potential, particularly once the Bane gets the Aether Lens up. And so the follow-up now is somebody who can push those objectives really, really rapidly, and also move in and take down Roshan for themselves. So it feels good to me. The thing that I'd be worried about is if Complexity doubled down on another team fight hero, maybe even somebody that gives you a little bit of split push potential, then suddenly DC are in a little bit of a worse position, because I think that the lineup of DC depends upon them being able to win those team fights, and already Complexity have a really great team fighting team.
Yeah, they just need to get rid of DP. I think both of the teams want DP right now. Or yeah, Meepo, like talked about. That could still be a potential. So if DC don't take DP right here, like you talked about, Complexity could pick it up for themselves. It's great in this situation. So that come out. DC can, even if they want a puck
10 seconds remaining.
for Misery, or if they go for still the Alchemist, there's a lot of things for Weehaw in this mid lane. And yeah, puck ban is still good.
Dire team pick.
So
Invoker very long ago was taken out of the pool. The DP, if they do want to take it, it feels like that could be pretty strong from Digital Chaos. Alchemist is still available as well. And that one left untouched because of the Meepo ban. Maybe that's part of the reason why they took the Lycan as well, because they didn't really care between a couple of these other heroes. Like, they have the first pick of the mid laners, so they can kind of take whoever they want. As far as those matchup are concerned, is there anybody that you would not want to take because they can get countered heavily? Oh, this seems bold.
Complexities turn to pick.
You wouldn't guess that normally, because Lina is kind of fallen off from the mid lane, just because you normally want to have another semi-carry or a better Templar like the Queen of Bane or Puck, but this hero can work. Ags later on will help a lot versus the Lifestealer, even the Doom, because he loves to go for all these tanky items. So Complexity now, they need to think, what do they want to go for? They obviously still could go for the Alch themselves. They need to make sure they don't get run over early on. They could go for the DP, as we talked about. I think those are the two biggest heroes that could help Complexity, but they might feel they are going to get overrun. So in case they might go Queen of Pain and just try to straight up take these team fights. It's kind of like, do we want to win this game in like 20-30 minutes and be able to? Okay.
Ooh.
All right, that's fun.
Interesting. Both teams taking a little bit of a a curveball here with their last picks. Weeha's going to be playing on that Lina, and this does, of course, mean that it's probably going to be a Chessie Batrider. They could run Limp on it. I'm not sure which one of those two plays Lifestealer, and which one plays the Batrider. But very mobile as far as who wants to play what, and they're taking their time for it, doing their little huddle. I'm sure they're screaming their heads off somewhere around the world, wherever they happen to be. Is Digital Chaos versus Complexity. It's getting set. I'm excited. I can't wait for this. It's going to be a really great matchup. What are your predictions right off the bat for who you think is going to take game number 1?
I don't think there's a clear outdraft here. So
10 seconds remaining.
Right now, it's going to come down to, can DC get the kills
5
constantly
seconds
around the
remaining.
map? Because I do think Complexity's later game is a little bit scarier just because of the Lycan. I mean, not the Lycan, the Doom factor, and then the Batrider can get a lot more pickoffs around the map, I feel, than a
Prepare
Clockwork.
for
But
battle.
that's still a good Clockwork game to get a lot of things done. And at the C, he's going to be able to carry the games for Moose. So I'll have to side with... I actually think Complexity are going to take this and they're going to break the losing streak just because I'm not sold on the Lina just yet. I know it can be amazing, but DC are going to have to fight early and often, and they're going to have to end this game before 40 minutes if they're not too far ahead.
To me, at least 50 gold now. That's look at this. There's like little meta things going on. They both TP to the lane. They're gonna feel comfortable about trading those off, and they hand over one of the observer words. The NA Dota wouldn't be NA Dota without a little bit of all chat to
30
start it off right.
seconds to battle.
So
The
I would
stare
kind
off.
of. Yeah, exactly. How you guys doing? Hey, hello. One of the things that I would say is I kind of agree with that Lina point. It always feels like, much like Queen of Pain, this is a hero that if you get ahead and you start snowballing, it's great, it's wonderful, you're off to a great start, but you very rapidly can fall behind if you just die even once. And I think that these teams are evenly matched enough that DC aren't just going to be able to roll over them. So I think that the gold swing that comes back from Lina dying at some point in time is probably going to be significant enough that Complexity are going to be able to take it.
Yeah, this is... Their lineup is, I would say, a little bit easier to execute from Complexity. So that's why I did pick them. But DC, their lineup is still scary. I mean, we understood why, you know, Phoenix banned so much against these two. We saw why it went 5-0 like 2 days ago. It's we just could see the Birdman take over.
Well, Swindles now is going to have Misery on him, so a little bit of a strange start to this one. Howl has dropped down as well. Body blocks are there. Oh, Swindle's in a lot of trouble, and looks like he is going to be able to survive through that. Z-Freak comes on in to see if he can help out his brother in arms, but no real trouble, nothing very much of value lost, and it looks like with that, it's going to be a little bit of a dual aggressive
can get first
offlane.
blood here. I mean, he could still go for the first blood. All he has to do is level up Scorched Earth. He has 25 movement speed on this Phoenix right now. But yeah, so that would have been first blood, 99% sure. But yeah, we're not going to see it.
He takes the Devour. I mean, this is pretty good still as well. You're going to be able to get that Swiftness aura, move around a little bit more quickly, and it's sort of in perpetuity. God, that's a terrible word. In perpetuity. That's definitely not a thing, but he's going to be able to be fast for a lot longer. He doesn't have to cast that mana for it. Now he's also got the Infernal Blade. Runs down Misery a little bit, in some trouble, right-clicking him away, and the Brain Sap is still pretty freaking strong. Also gets off the clap and is going to end up being able to walk away from this one, I believe. God, Misery is just so quick, though, and only needs one more right-click. Can they find it? I think he's going to be able to. That's going to be first blood, going the way of Misery. Eats on up that Doom.
And this aggressive dual lane is just, now it's not working out at all. And in a lot of situations, this is what Complexity should be doing. Doing a dual aggressive lane against a Lycan, trying to punish him, but it's not working out apparently. And for the most part, Mood is level 3 on his Clockwork already. This is looking really good for him in the situation. I haven't been able to watch because there's been so much action in the top lane, but Hanskin needs to be very careful. Enough he went 2 in Rocket Flare, so Hanskin won't be solo killed anytime soon.
Well, Clockwork does have boots, which is one thing to be a little bit concerned about, and actually is going to be able to
Mid lane
run them
dives.
down. Oh my god, are they going to be able to find this? Limp running away. Weehawk catches there with the Light Strike Ray, and Dragon Slave not quite going to be able to catch Limp. That was really close though, and got to be careful. Again, it's looking pretty scary right now. DC just on fire with their plays.
And pings. Want this? That? Oh, this could be Foxa. That should be fine here. He still got his dive. Misery is...
He actually has 2 up and has saved his last point for now, I think. Yeah, he didn't put it into stats, so... does have Nightmare available if he needs to use it, but again, just really good zoning as Misery is just going to be able to chase Z-Freak away. Goes for another little brain sap, but no mana at this point, so this might be the end of their ability to completely bully out the side of Complexity.
But that was still a really good play coming in from Doom. He made sure that they weren't able to pull the lane and take away the creeps. So Swindle's going to be able to get a lot of EXP, going to get a lot of Sunray.
Sunray, right? They don't even need anything else but that. They find it with the brain sap in conjunction. Man, Bane is back, guys. Everybody keep your eyes on this hero.
Bane back, you mean more like OS Frog done.
That's true too. Fair enough.
Bottom lane, Onskin, my friend, you are fine.
Well, they're not going to end up going for it. I thought that they might end up trying to push that one slightly further, but not going to be the case this time around. Clockwork again, level 4, but open wounds and no mana. There's going to be an Earth Spike following it up. They also have the Hex, and right-clicked down. He might be dead. Can they get a couple more body blocks? Jesse just doing it well, and they are going to be... Oh, no! They're running around. He gets the salve off, trying to block him off. Handskin might go down as well. Are they going to be able to do this? Clockwork finds the kill and gets away with murder. Actually, never mind. He ends up getting a little bit of vengeance coming from the Lifestealer, but given the context of how bad that could have gone, that's okay. Soxton, meanwhile, in the top lane. Oh, they break the dive. 3Z Freak able to find the kill. Well played.
Yep. Oh, he could sleep him here, but they don't have any follow-up. So he's going to go for it. Interesting. The Wolves are coming. Resolution can have some huge body blocks here. Oh. Wolves,
oh god, they've got brain sap surging away. Oh, that would have been close. So Swindle's saving his buddy. They're going to be able to escape for the moment, and man, this game has just been action packed all over the place. It never really stops. They're going to try and go on to Moo again, and I think that he is going to fall here. He has the cogs as well as the battery assault, but no such luck. He's in the rage cage with his team, and they are going to be able to find that kill.
Yep, this is where, you know, top lane,
Swindles. No, maybe. Yeah, he's dead. They find him. So 7 kills in roughly 5.5 minutes. This is turning out to be a bit of a brawl for this NA Dota spot.
That's what I like to see. See some action pack, non-stop, and Ford. Is that pinged? They see that? No, I don't think they saw that place. So, Saka's hard name, guys.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. He's scouted him out. Z-Freak doesn't have sentries. They can't really kill Weehaw, but they know he's in Viz right now.
Yeah, this is a scary moment indeed, particularly because that level 6 is up, and they're going to be chasing down Z-Freak. Oh, no, I thought about it, but not going to go for it, so... Still a scary moment. This is one of those points in time where, again, the draft for the Lina is really strong. You've just got to be so careful if you're Complexity, and now the wraparound might be coming. Swindles needs to be careful. Although, still with Surge, the thing is one of them should always be able to get out because of Surge. It's just that the other one might not be so lucky.
Right, and I'm just kind of amazed right now that Moo level 6 on his clock, whereas Darkseer is only level 4.5 here for Swindle. So this is when Moo's gonna potentially start taking over the game. They have eyes on Z-Freak here.
That was pretty nice. That might have actually saved his life there. He able to get off the Scorched Earth and throw the Hurl Boulder back at Misery before he gets off the Nightmare. So that little movement probably at least saved the dive. Not sure if he would have died from the dive though. And Batrider saving up gold. Is going to be having his TP scroll and smoke being brought out to him. But again, a lot of
Swindles.
maybe in trouble. They end up going into
coming.
ulti form. They're going to be going for this one. Yeah, there's no luck. I don't think that there's any way he gets out of that one. Rezo just runs him down, but Phoenix gets the last hit.
Randall's just feeding now. Oh, Moo's gonna get scouted out by Z. Turns the corner. Nope, nighttime. Not gonna see him. You know, it's actually hard casting with desert terrain. I feel like
no.
I don't know when actually the fog is not there. Trade that. Yeah, I'm probably gonna change.
No problem,
One
man.
day.
That's good stuff. That's why I do the camera work. We're good to go. It's scary. I know what you mean though. There's all these new terrains where everything just looks different too in general. Like sometimes trees look like fountains. It's crazy. But the smoke in towards the mid lane, Z-Freak, level 4, Hurl Boulder available, as is the Flaming Lasso from Limp. Weehan not going to get ran down, but might be able to kill off the Courier. Okay, they're going for the Courier now, but they're not going to be able to catch either. Oh, that was a little bit unfortuitous.
Looking really good for DC so far in this early game. Sure, Moo hasn't gotten a kill, or hasn't gotten a kill anywhere else on the map with this Clockwork, but he's gotten all the levels that he needed in the off lane. So I think he's done a really good job. Now he needs to keep it up. They need to start pressuring. Weehaw did manage to survive that gank.
Radiant's middle tower
And
is under attack.
looks like Misery setting up for the bottom lane. Already level 6 here. This is nice.
Yeah, if they could find Chessie, this would be a really important kill. And actually, Hanskin is going to be stepping away for a moment. They broke the smoke and Chessie backs up. So a little bit, not quite the perfect executed gank by Misery, but it's still going to be fine. This isn't anything lost. It's just a little bit of time. And as far as time is considered, do you think that either team is on a timer to win this game to shut it down early, or do you think in the late stages it's kind of up for grabs?
I think past the 40-minute mark, I would favor complexity just a little bit more. Stopping that vacuum. Now you know what Swindle's level up for his level 6. Not going to have the wall of replica to work with. Sometimes that's good to know. That extra damage helps out the extra 150 for a lot of solo kills. And the vacuum for canceling TPs, now you know you can't just TP away.
Oh my god, Laguna Blade comes out. They kill off the Lion. Quick and easy there. Fiend's Grip was used as well.
It's just mean. They need to have the Fiend's Grip.
It's a lot of damage, man. It ain't nothing to joke around with. And honestly, you don't always have to have it. The Nightmare is usually enough to get a setup. He didn't actually have to use Brain Sap and didn't provide a ton of damage. But yeah, it's still good.
He's probably far away, so he had used his Fiend's Grip.
Well, Swindles again forced back with the Sunray. That was going to be Z-Freak moving in. And again, a lot of the damage right now riding on the shoulders of Saksa, as they're going to try and make sure that they keep him alive. They're actually going to rotate Misery and Rezo up here towards the top lane. Is this a kill that they can make?
I think so. As long as Clockwork can find the hook. There was 2 scans just used. One was by the Radiant on the bottom near the tier 1 left of it, and then one was used by the Dire side on the middle lane, scouting out Hanskin there.
Well, Limp now has the Life Stealer inside of him. Blink Dagger ready to be revealed, and this is going to be the moment where they think about who they want to go on. Moo is available in the mid lane, and actually with the smoke break in, I don't know if they're going to be able to kill him off. Look at this. He's just under the tier 2 tower, realizing exactly what can happen. And if even if they jump on top of him, there's a good chance that he can just go for the hook away towards that hard camp. Instead, they're going to be able to find Weehan. This could be big. They're going to jump forward, flame break back, pushing him there, and Open One's going to be able to find that. Really, really nicely done. But Jesse is also going to be cornered now, and he's stuck there. Mood's going to be able to find this. Oh, that was a really good reaction there from DC. They knew what they needed to do, and actually going for Limp as well. Not going to be able to find him.
Really well played, coming in from DC, getting that return kill, and it's worth it at this stage of the game to trade your carry. Or no, to trade your mid for the carry. So DC coming out on top there. Now they're going to be able to pressure the bottom lane a little bit here. They still have the clock hook up if they find anyone else out of position. So they are looking good. And then, well, Lycan free farming away.
Yeah, he's going to come up here and mess with Swindles a little bit. Every time they move over, though, he has to surge away, otherwise something's going to happen. And Handskin now catching move for the moment. They have the Nightmare down onto Handskin, though, and this should allow them to step away. Oh, nice hook away. He catches a ride with Misery, but the haste turned up Limp is going to be able to flame break back, move for the moment. They also have a secondary Earth Spike now, and that's going to be the kill. Well played there by Complexity, making sure that they can pick up another one for themselves.
I mean, you just can't do anything against the S4 rune. For Bat, but it's Limp Bat here, and he's doing a really good job too. He's had that really well timed Blink Dagger, try to make a kill happen with the Life Stealer. They found it, and then almost up again. So they can do it again if they want to, go somewhere around the map. They would ideally love to find Resolution farming away in the jungle, but even putting down Weehaw is going to be benefit for them, and they just need a transition after a kill, getting something. Like the tower bottom is low, they can pressure mid if they get a kill, so there's a lot of options for Complexity right now.
The one thing I would say is about this Lifestealer strat, we've seen a couple of other teams do it, and one of the best that I saw was Fnatic actually running it, where they ended up having a Mushi Shadow Fiend, and then it was the Bat Rider and the Lifestealer, and then it sort of transitioned into the mid player playing more of a carry role with Bat Rider in the offlane. In this scenario, there isn't really that hero to be the strong right clicker, and so I feel like Lifestealer is kind of going to be doing double duty, where he needs to also get a lot of farm, but he also needs to be a part of these ganks. What's your read on that? Is it going to be too much for Chessie to accomplish, or do you think that he's going to be able to do it in this one?
No, I think they have a lot of burst damage with the Lion, so they could just do Lion Bat Rider plays, and they also can do, you know, Bat Rider plus Doom plays just because it takes the hero out of the game. So sure, they do have only the physical DPS coming in from Lifestealer, but they have a lot of pick-off potential still without the hero.
Oh, and they're going to find Misery right now, and Chessie's going to be here to soak up this and should be able to find that kill. Bat Rider is the one that picks him off. Sunray still going for the moment, but that means that it's not going to be here if there is going to be a fight that breaks out. Supernova is available still. 14 seconds on cooldown, looking for it. They're going to be able to catch him, and this is going to end up being Move going down. There's going to be the flame break back again. Rezo is here, but can they actually take this fight? Open wounds up the Lycan. That's not really going to do a whole heck of a lot, and with that Supernova, I think that Complexity are going to back.
Well, they're going to get the tower,
still be able
though.
to take this tower, yeah. Zeha still wants to party. All right, they're going to maybe go for this one. They have the rocket flare go through, and they do have Moo available with the hook shot. He's looking for his ankle, going to jump on Hanskins. Now they've also got another Light Strike array. There's going to be the Dragon Slave. Moo pushed back again. Sunray's back up, and with that, I think that they're going to have to disengage.
Yep. Still, yeah, good hold here. They need to deny the tower. Deny the tower. Deny.
Yeah, it's maybe it's the bait. It's the long con. That's what they're trying to do. They want to make Complexity move for this one.
They got a bigger prize on their eye. Eye on the prize. The Roche doing this. They have they have the books. There we go. They have Howl, but they don't want to use that now.
The vision that they've got here as well is just so good. You can see that they can see all of the heroes from Complexity moving over, and Handskin is going to be here. Do they get a little inkling that something could be happening? I think that they do, and now they're going to end up losing Roshan, and Complexity have to back. There's no great way to take this fight now.
That was just really good of DC. They got a pick off and then immediately kind of grouped up, went for the double damage for Weehaw, and then they also had the Necro books completed, so they had enough damage to quickly burst down the Roche before Complexity could, you know, respawn. And they knew they were doing it because nobody was defending the mid tower. Like, oh well, they have to be doing Roche.
Yeah. And just no great way to stop it from happening. And now we're seeing the movement down here. Tier 2 tower going to go down. They've got the Aegis. They're capable of taking probably this one. And do you think that they go for the mid-tier one afterwards?
Yeah, because the top lane isn't pushed out far enough. I think they will go back, but they can also just TP lane and push it out too, because Swindles eventually will be at the tower. But yeah, all they need to do is just rotate over to the mid lane.
Mid. Saksa going to be able to pull him back. They got the Finger of Death if they want to use it, but just going to hold on to it now, the Earth Spike, and that's it. But meanwhile, Hanskin gets blown up. Oh god, they might be in a little bit of trouble now. Limp is going to get ran down, and meanwhile on the bottom side, Vayne also is able to pick off the Doom, so all over the place. You're seeing them move down. That is going to be a kill. Chessie jumps in for that one. Limp able to dodge away from the gank that was coming from the Wolf. So Bane finds a kill in the bottom, but they were able to get away with one onto Weeha in the mid.
Oh, Misery.
Now also going to get pulled back. He does get into that Glimmer Cape because he's got that much farm and ends up dropping the Nightmare for Chessie, who is still here, and it looks like with that, Complexity are not going to be able to chase down Misery. He taunts away and... Alright, good stuff.
We're Star Wars. Robots out of here. But... they're still hovering on the mid lane. 20 seconds left for Limp on his lasso. They just want to find these pickoffs for Complexity right now. And they need to find these pickoffs before DC group up. That's what they want to do. They want to group up, push with their Lycan Aegis, and they need to make sure they stop them. But hey ho, Weeha got his Bloodstone already. So tanky.
Oh my god.
He's going to be scaling very scary into the later stages of the game.
Well, he has 2 deaths so far, but still an incredible amount of farm this early on. Is this something that you need to be worried about, though? This feels to me like a double down on that. Well, I have to hold that thought. Swindles, I'm pretty sure, is dead. They're going to be able to jump on in. The hook shot, everything leveled against him. He vacuums him back, but there's not really going to ever be anything there. But again, it brings me back to this point that I feel like this is sort of one of the most snowballing types of items, and now might end up losing his Bloodstone charges as they're going to be able to pull him back. Doom has been dropped, and this is going to be Weeha going down. Well, Fiend's Grip, they're going to end up maybe being able to even keep him alive. The Glimmer Cape. Oh, can Lina survive through this? They got the Sun Ray to keep him alive. Weeha escapes. Man, Misery is just playing this so superbly.
You got Glimmers, you got Sleeps and Fiend's Grips for your ally, I mean, and then you just like to sum it all up, Phoenix. This is just really nice play coming in from DC. I just love watching these guys. They know what's up, and they're just gonna go down the mid lane now. So with that pickoff on Swindles, it was nice of to try and make something happen, but unfortunately wasn't enough.
And now you do have this Life Sealer inside of the Ancient Black Dragon, looking to try and take this battle, and a lot of damage coming out from the Infest. Weeha gets broken right at the start. Really well played there. Mu is going to get ran down by Chessie as well, and it does look like they're going to be able to take away a lot of that mana from Resolution. Still gets off his ulti, vacuum wall, onto 2. They get the Supernova off. Chessie is going to get brought down. Can they kill off the Phoenix Sun? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. They do manage to bring it down, but not nearly enough. Triple for Rezo, and this is going to be Swindles getting ran down as well. Can he escape? I don't think so. No more Surge, no more time. The big bad wolf gets an ultra kill at 20 minutes into this. Holy hell.
Jeez, Resolution. Run away. He didn't even lose his Aegis during the team fight. And now when you lose team fights like that against the Lycan, say goodbye to your tower.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick tier 2 and potentially even thinking about the top one if they wanted to. That lane is going to be pushing rather quickly, so I don't know. I'm really concerned for Complexity here. You see that Weeha has not been having the best game ever. 3-3-2 in terms of the deaths and kills, and does only have the 8 Bloodstone charges, but it really does feel like the rest of the pieces of DC have been able to make up for the sort of squishy Lina.
Yeah, it's kind of a game casted a little bit 2 days ago where like Ramses did the game at 18-1 and like 16 or something on his Lycan, and they lost. And that could still happen here, but like Resolution, he can't carry his team right now. He is super scary. He's going for the AC next. Obviously, this is not a good BKB game just because of the Doom and the Lasso. So he's just going to buff up his allies even more. And Complexity, they know they need to get something done around the map. You see how they really want to take over their jungle, try to find something.
Lifestealer scouting ahead with the Dark Troll Summoner. It's not often you see that being the creep that's used, but it's not bad. I mean, Ensnare goes through BKB. Obviously, no BKBs online, but I don't know why I said that. It goes through BKB, guys, just in case you didn't know. But pretty quick movement speed and all the other stuff. DC realizing what's going on, though, and they're going to back out and not get caught here.
as you say that.
Wow.
Misery. Fine. Yep, Limp is playing a little bit risky, but you have to make plays as a bet writer. You need to make sure you push out the lanes and keep EC on their side of the map, because Complexity right now gonna get picked off. Chetty, rip. Bottom.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I'm the worst. I'm sorry, guys. But
No,
I
it's
got the kill.
fine. It's fine. Swindle's
Nice.
dodging.
Nope, not gonna be there. Yeah, that's a really big kickoff though, and now gonna try and pull back Weehaw again. Swindle's doing a decent amount of damage.
Here's
Can
a
they burst him
suicide.
down in time? And it looks like he might be able to find something. He
Suicide?
didn't suicide. Okay.
We don't condone suicide, so please, everyone, don't do
Yeah.
it.
That's- yeah, it's a good thing to not do that, as it looks like Misery is going to be trying to just again mess with Swindles a little bit, but Handskin is there as well, and I'm gonna not end up going for that. But meanwhile, the Courier gets speed boosted away. That might have spotted out that Rezo was there, and it looks like they're going to collapse in on these 2-3 heroes. Z-Freak maybe in a little bit of trouble, doesn't end up doffing the Doom as he ends up being off the Infernal Blade, but is it going to be enough? Rezo's still alive for the moment. They have been able to pick off that Courier. Now Hanskin's going to get dropped down. They try and finger out the resolution Lycan, but it's not going to be enough, and maybe now they can escape. It's a scary moment. Limp gets caught there by Moo, pushback as well with the Cogs onto Chessie, and now Z-Freak as well as Limp on one side. A very chaotic battle. It looks like Chessie almost got brought down there, but it's not going to be enough. Oh god, running away. Armlet toggling for victory. Is he going to be able to escape? They're trying to find the kill. There's going to be the Sunray coming through, and he does finally fall. Moo, meanwhile, is going to drop low, but Z-Freak not going to be able to finish him off. They've also got Swindles. That's going to be the Fiend's Grip. Oh, another 4 heroes dead, and nobody from DC died.
And now we have to look at buybacks. I mean, is there one on Life Stealer here? Oh my, yes, thank goodness. We're gonna use the Dark here as well. This is looking really bad for Complexity all of a sudden. They're just running at them, and I don't know, man. Phoenix is doing a lot of work.
It's so scary. Doesn't end up hitting that one. Hanskin pulled back. He jumped in, but Chessie is looking to find Moo, the Cogs, and just is going to be able to walk away. Vacuum wall onto 3, though. This might be the opening that they need. Misery does die. Rezo's going to be able to escape for the moment. Moo runs off into the trees. They're still trying to catch on a Weehaw. They are going to be able to pull him back. Meanwhile, Moo creates a lot of space, but it does still look like they're going to be able to find and kill off Weehaw. So 3 are dead. Rezo, as well as Saksa, able to escape. And Chessie gets a triple.
Yeah, that's... trying to figure out how I weigh this in my head, because at one side of things, you know, you had to buy back on your 2 cores, and that's hitting. But at the other side of things, you're actually shutting down resolution so hard that, not resolution, sorry, Weehaw so hard that it is kind of like all on resolution right now to carry his team to the for the next like 10-15 minutes, because Weehaw has 4 Bloodstone charges right now, and that is not where you want to be as Helena 100% right now, and he's struggling, and it's not necessarily his fault. It's kind of the hero, and it's really hard for him to survive against this Complexity lineup.
I would agree, and you look at the net worth, it feels like he's pretty ahead, but it's not really indicative of the actual state of the game, because a lot of it is tied up in that Bloodstone that's not doing a lot for them. But meanwhile, up here again, they're going to be able to find him, and it's exactly what we're talking about. There's not a great answer. They do end up having the Yule Scepter, but ends up having to commit suicide. Oh god, now down to 2 Bloodstone charges.
Faith.
No.
Resolution's laughing. You kill me, I get Roche. All things considered, that's worth it. As long as he gets the suicide off, they get this Roche that they need so they can close out the game, and then might even be able to defend top lane. It'll still go down. The Desolator, the Armlet. They are fortifying it though.
Well, maybe forcing a reaction out of the side of Complexity and hoping to catch them in a bit of an odd spot. Moo does have a TP in 4, as well as the Phoenix in 4 now as well. So I think that they couldn't end up responding quickly enough. They needed to be able to all TP at once, but don't want to have to go back to defend that if you're not going to be able to be there as 5.
Yeah, and oh my goodness. I'm just looking across the map now for items, and I'm looking at my Phoenix. I'm getting very worried now. He is. Oh my
he's
goodness.
stacked up.
Shiva's almost complete on him and 200 gold. Already level 14, has all of the spells to work with.
Oh, and this
This
could be a really
clash.
scary moment. They're both smoked up. Limp, if they blow all of this on Misery right here, this would be terrible. And it doesn't look like they've ended up dropping everything yet. They do jump out. Supernova a little bit far away from the rest of the battle. Hanskin is going to end up dropping, and Lena found the kill there. But I think that they can still take this fight. They've already lost the Bane, so not a ton of control for Chessie. It looks like they're going to want to counter-initiate, though, but Sunray still doing a lot of damage. If Chessie goes down here, it'd be really bad. Still Arma toggling. They found Z-Freak. He is going to fall. And a double hurl boulder onto Moo with those Doomlings. Complexity are just trying desperately to hang on to anything, but now they're going to be able to catch up on Limp 4 steps away before he gets caught there with the Light Strike Array. Vacuum Wall is available. They're looking to take this. The buyback from the Boom, buyback from the Chessie's. Well, the Resolution's trying to man up against this, but I think that he's going to be dropped down. This is going to be the Aegis. Oh, well, Sox are keeping him alive for a long time. Vacuum back onto 3. They also doom up Liha. He might end up dropping. I think that they can find him. And Rezo is just going to turn and fight Lift. We can a 4-step away. Everybody's so low. He just jump forward and figure the Phoenix. Rezo now also getting his mana drained. Earth Spike, the battle that never ends. They run in for the Infernal Blade. Speaker's just trying to run away now. They get the Laguna Blade onto him, though, and that's going to pull him down. Get a couple Bloodstone charges, why don't ya? And I think with that, is Moo gonna die? He's just gonna get ran down as well. I think maybe they pull back onto Riha. Try to kill them off. Can they finish this? They've only lost 1 hero on DC. They did finally kill off Lena. And now trying to run down Misery, trying to run down Doom. Doesn't look like they're gonna be able to do it as of yet. Battery Assault, Hex. Oh, can they make it happen? They caught the Fiend Grips onto Swindles. He's out of mana, out of time. And now he's getting pushed back by the Cogs. Oh my goodness. What is this fight?
This is a fight that lasts for 10 years, man. Oh my goodness. Look at this show fight recap. Oh, that doesn't even tell the story of it. That was like half of a fight. And now the worst part is Lycan is still alive. He's just got a fresh BKB. They're going to go high ground, and he's got his ulti online. So this is very good for DC right now. Need to be a little bit careful. Limp has his lasso in 10.
If they can hold them back for that amount of time, it would be really good. They eat the Necronomicon, and now Weeha's back in the mix. Still not a ton of Bloodstone charges, but I think he has what he needs. Laguna Blade is up and available. Z-Freak is going to get caught there. They pull back Weeha, though. Oh, good hook shot! Are you kidding me, Moo? What is this player? And now, with that, they might be able to take off the rest of it. No more lockdown. Lion ends up having to buy back, and Resolution pops BKB, turns into ulti form, trying to take this one. Limp is just doing anything that he can, but it's not nearly enough. They get the Brain Tap off as well, trying to bring him down, and it looks like they're just going to be able to escape. Nothing doing. And that hook shot from Moo.
Can I get a moo moo? That was a nice play coming in from him. Like, he single-handedly won that team fight with that hook onto the Lion, and they are looking very pretty right now for DC. They just got both of the Raxes. They forced, Complexity to use so many buybacks, and not just this last team fight, but this one, and they're just making them bleed, and right now they're hemorrhaging for Complexity. It's like 15k gold lead right now. So far, DC is just playing absolutely amazing. Complexity are trying, but we haven't seen that really big combo yet coming in from Complexity, have we? Like Darkseer plus Lion. Hasn't happened. DC have done a really nice job of just splitting up in these team fights and not giving opportunity for Swindles to have these, amazing vacuum wall combinations with the Lion stuns.
And that's something that I think it's so understated, like how important that is, because oftentimes you see these team fights develop and they become hectic, and then all of a sudden everybody groups together, and that's the moment where Darkseer really shines. But DC's just showing an incredible amount of patience and stick-to-itiveness. They're really, I mean, it's been really impressive to watch. And I guess it's a lineup that doesn't want to do that anyways. They want to be spread out far, but it's sometimes difficult to make that happen when it all becomes that chaotic. Clockwork now, by the way, has an Aghanim Scepter. And given how good Moo has been playing this game already, I'd be really worried if I was Complexity.
I'm trying to figure out how they stop Moo in these situations right now, because him and Misery have made all the key plays for the initiations. Misery's on point except for like maybe one, but that's gonna happen in the game. So the Wolves are scouting out right now. D-Freak is very poor considering, you know, where Phoenix is at this stage in the game. So I would gladly take my support position, you know, Phoenix right now than the Doom.
Yeah.
That 5k, whereas Phoenix is almost 10. Ridiculous.
It's really absurd, and I mean,
Well,
doubling up both of the other supports. They found it onto Limp. Misery is going to die, though, for this, and oh, that would have been a really big play if there wasn't the follow-up that they needed, and now Handskin as well as Limp are going to try and catch out the Phoenix here. Suddenly, Sock's going to whirl of hurt. He is going to end up dropping down. They get the Hex as well as the Mana Drain, and that should be a kill. So 2 quick ones go in the way of Complexity, and this is maybe going to make them feel strong and confident enough to go for more.
Yeah, that's them giving a lot away because Resolution wasn't really there. Weehawk can TP in with his Boots of Travel, so he doesn't have to be there. He can just TP onto the Wolves or the Necro 3 and it'll be fine, so he can split them out on the map. But unfortunate, Lifestealer's inside, so, you know, you get those kills. But the thing is, it's on 2 supports.
Right.
They're going to be back up. And that's just hurting in the longevity of things. You didn't kill them, now they're going to be up. You have to be very careful now.
Well, and they're going to be able to take at least, well, can they actually take this tower? With Phoenix back up, they might be able to, oh, this would be big though. They're going for it, going to be able to chase down and kill off Moo. They force stab him through the cogs and going to be able to pull him back. Now, this should be a kill, I would imagine. Blade Mail lift up, not going to be able to get out on the other side with that hook shot. And T-Break dropping low, he is going to fall. Suddenly they turn this back around. Misery though is going to go down. They get the Finger of Death. Is also going to be able to kill off Moo. And I think that with that, they need to disengage. Resolution's going to start to chase him down. They're on to Chessie already. Oh, the big bad Lifestealer gets inside of the Necro. Oh, the vacuum! Oh, they're going to be able to catch him with the Earthquake as well, with the counter with the Sun. Can they do this? Lexi are trying to kill them off. They're going to be able to find them all, though. Resolution, too much damage. Oh, no. It looked so good, but it wasn't enough.
Ooh, that play from Complexity was so good, but even better play coming out from Digital. Oh my goodness. I can't believe they managed to turn that thing around. That Phoenix Egg on point, they made them all focus it. They had to focus it, else they were going to lose that team fight, and then Resolution just wailed on everyone. That later pickup too, crushing right now during that team fight. And so this is looking really good once again for DC. They're trying to wait out the next Roche. They'll scout it out, Resolution. If he keeps his Wolves in the pit, he should find them. It'll respawn in a minute. Well, we'll see how he plays it. But also he's been doing a really nice job this game of just constantly scouting around the map, getting vision for, you know, these plays coming in with his Wolves.
I can't believe how, and again, you talked about it a little bit earlier, how important that combo was to be able to hit it, and they hit it perfectly, and DC just played around it. Like, Resolution, the fact that he has gotten as much farm as he has means that even though, like, they have to burst him at the start of the fight then. That to me is the perfect fight, with the exception that they didn't burst down Resolution first. And until they're capable of doing that and controlling him, I don't think that they can win a fight, but they also can't focus him. It's too much.
Yeah, they got BKB problems. It's kind of like you have to find Resolution before the team fight starts, but they're not. They're finding the supports, they're finding Clockwork, and that is the tipping point in this game right now. Batrider is finding the initiations, but not on Resolution.
Man, and this game, again, Complexity showing that they're capable of making something happen, but the wraparound, they realize what's going on. DC are going to back out for the moment, as they do not want to get caught in this, and this is a very, very scary, tense situation. Again, if they can find Resolution at the start of this, he's walking down, they might be able to catch him there, and they do end up being able to get off the Flaming Lasso. This is the start that they need, but the Fiend's Grip onto Chetsy, he's going to be controlled. They kill off Rezo. That might be enough to make this work. The Supernova on the background, and Rezo's going to buy back, trying to hop into there. Lift is going to stay alive for the moment. With that, Eul Scepter blinks away. They get off the stun onto Seafreak as well as Chessie. They need to get out of there. Can they find the kill? Doom is down, and it looks like Chessie is going to be as well. Oh, trying to TP, he gets out. All right, not going to be able to get taken out. So it could have gone really bad, but man, oh man.
They need to desperately buy back and just go. If they don't go and contest this, I think it's over. Yeah, they're just gonna have Aegis and Cheese now. Oh boy, this is looking really bad still for Complexity. And he has a second life now for Resolution. The hook missed barely. Z-Freak just fought back, or was that on? No, that was on mid.
That would have been the Swindle's hook and kill if they would have been able to find it, but not quite. Oh, and now looking for another one. The Resolution, he did just buy back, so if they can find him here, if they're capable of getting that one important pick off, then they're going to be able to win this potentially. We got lifted up, Yule Scepter, and going to be able to jump out now with Chessie. They Yule Scepter him in return, but no luck in terms of making that getaway as they kill off of that rider.
I mean, what can you do when you get first hit bashed? Tough life.
It really is. So, the state of the game as it stands, I do still feel like either team can take this. Like, Complexity definitely have the bigger road ahead to make it work, but the buyback that was forced out from the Lycan because they caught him there means that there's this window where if they can catch him again with that Bat Rider, they can certainly win this game. This isn't over.
Very tough to do that just because he has the Aegis now, and he has that fallback mechanic, and if they do that play as they did last time, it's not going to work out as. So the situation has changed a little bit just because of the Aegis and the Cheese. So you're forced to still doom Weehaw if Z can manage to find him in the back lines, and then if they are able to do that, take him out, maybe they have a shot at winning the team fights. Then just, you know, having Resolution, trying to figure out what they want to do with Resolution with their heroes. Maybe lasso them on a cliff.
There you go.
That's the solution, guys.
That's the play. If you're capable of doing that, it would just be huge. And again, Lina has been able to catch up. I would say she was never really behind in terms of net worth, but the Bloodstone is starting to work into her favor a little bit. Has a Yule Scepter, building towards the Aghanims, and DC feel like they want to make something happen with this Aegis. Again, this game has felt like it's on a knife edge the whole time, and with one racks up, I don't think that that's enough to feel completely confident in being it just being over, and it never really, I think, is going to feel that way for DC until they're, you know, mega creeped essentially, but they're certainly well on their way. Lifestealer has that Abyssal Blade. Any other big item pickups that you feel like we're going to have to see out of Complexity coming up relatively shortly here?
They really need a blink on Doom desperately. I can't stress that enough. His initiation has to be on point, as well as, you know, the Lion plus Darkseer being played on Complexity. We saw the tandem, how great it can be. They still managed to kill 3 heroes with it, so they're gonna have to have that. They have a lot of opportunities to off the ball around the map because of Bat Rider and his play so far in the game, but we'll have to see. It's gonna come down to play. I still, Swindles.
Oh my god. Okay, and Moo hooks in a little bit too far. They do need to sacrifice Swindles for this, as he's going to end up getting brought down. So Resolution finds that kill, but they take down Moo as well. Z-Freak, my god, he's just exploding, and Resolution is doomed, but I don't think that they really care. They hop back in, vacuum wall, the Earth Spike again. Is it going to be enough damage? Soxy gets the egg off. They use the Finger of Death on him, and now they're running back around the Laguna Blade. Limp is going to get forced after away, and again, it looks so good for Complexity, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. DC is going to end up losing Misery, but the Earth Spike again onto Weehaw. Controlled for the moment. Chessie jumps out of the creep. It looks like they're going to be able to hold for the moment. Can they bring down Resolution? They're going to make it. Find it. They killed off the Lion. Are you kidding me? Lion buys back. Hanskin wants to party. They jump forward, gets the Earth Spike again onto 2. Oh, Hanskin has just been an animal this game. They vacuum back Saksa again. Gonna be able to slow him up. They have the Yule Scepter lift. I think Complexity might be able to do this. If they can bring down Weehaw here, this would be huge. Chessie just chasing, trying to find the kill, and that's gonna be the kill. I believe he does go down here, as they're gonna be able to pull him back one more time again. Resolution, meanwhile, the sole survivor, and buyback status is not on a lot of heroes.
I am just, you know, this Complexity lineup, their synergy is just amazing to watch, and that unfortunate hook in by Moo, he's gonna be kicking himself in the butt now. That was very unfortunate. That was a drive-by, and it put himself in a bad position where we talked about it. He has the Ags online, so he can constantly, you know, keep hooking in, keep hooking in, and like a free pick-off on the Darkseer turned around something nasty for DC, and the plays are there for, and there's a lot of hope. Meanwhile, Moo gonna kill Hanskin while he's going on the warding adventure.
A little bit unfortunate there, as he is going to get brought down. Still got the ward out. I don't know if they're going to realize that that one is up there, but it's a pretty obvious spot. And
well, he warded earlier. Yeah, they warded like 4 minutes ago as the ward, but I think he wanted to go deeper and plant some more.
Okay, gotcha. Well, DC again running down mid lane. No buyback this point on Hanskin, and actually the only buyback is going to be on the Batrider. A lot of these team fights have been won with the buybacks. Can they hold without that line? That was such a big part of their combo, and they jump forward, going to be able to pull back Resolution. Again, no great escape for him. He's doomed up, not going to be able to get his ulti. They're going to be able to push him away with the cogs. Maybe, no, not there. They actually don't have him, and Swindle's still alive for the moment. They haven't actually brought down any of these heroes for the moment. They do kill off Swindles finally, and Weeha's starting to turn this one back around. Gets a light strike right on a 3. See you later, nerds. Let's learn right from here. I think that they are going to be able to escape. Sakta goes into ulti form, and now the hook back in. They might be able to do this. They're also going to be able to get the beast grip. Chessie can fold, and maybe even killed off. Can they find him? Oh, he gets inside of the tree. They're not going to be able to find him. Clockwork still does kill Doom, but now the Nightmare down onto Chessie. The Dream might be dead, as I think the right clicks are going to be enough to finish him off. Moo again escapes over and over on 75 HP.
All the counter yules.
Oh no. They still don't take down the barracks because that's what they don't have a Lycan. But back and forth we go in this game. My heart be still.
Man, the Moo and mid ratio. That was hella fun to watch. I'm enjoying this game. I don't know about you guys in chat.
It's
in the
awesome.
game, this is one hell of a game, and these guys have played so many times against each other. It's just, you know, you could have these, you know, 50-minute games, 60-minute games, and they're just always going to be absolutely amazing. And it's neither team has the edge right now, because we talked in the draft, Complexity's lineup going into the later game stages, it's super scary. You just saw them blow up like it, and then, okay, where's your physical DPS? But there's a chaos. They've managed to turn it around with amazing team play, Clockwork, Moo, playing like a madman, and
yeah,
this will be interesting to see who pulls it out here. So I guess we should maybe touch base with items. Anything changing right here for us?
Let's see. It looks like Darkseer is building into a next item. It could end up being a Lotus Orb. We saw him go that in the previous series. What did he actually have on the courier there? A Windlace. I don't know what the hell he's going for. They smoke up. It looks like we might not have time to even talk about it a ton. They have a Shiva's Guard on Batrider, so another ability there to have just a lot of that vision advantage. And I feel like this smoke might be telegraphed, though, as it looks like they are going to be having that bottom lane that's pushing in. And God, this is just the Death Squad gank team. Moo goes forward. They don't break the smoke on that. And so with this, I think that Complexity are going to have to call off the charge.
Right, and the Wolves were scouting too, so they saw the Firefly and perfect position. DC not getting caught out here. I think there's some pretty big item pickup that just occurred. Lifestealer having the Blink Dagger, he can now go on top of anybody he wants in the backline, and that could be huge if able to solo kill maybe the Bane, because he does have the Abyssal Blade, or you know, even the Phoenix. Oh my God, Phoenix Ags online. This is the answer to the Doom. This is the answer for Resolution. Oh boy, if they're able to pull this off, I'll be so impressed.
One other thing that we got to keep in mind here is that it's now up to 13 attacks to end up destroying the egg when he's got the Aghanim Scepter. So level 19 Phoenix, pretty strong. I still want to say though that Can he actually pull in resolution? Because that was the way that they ended up winning that one big demonstrative team fight in the top lane, was that they pulled in, or they dropped the egg, and then Rezo was just able to right-click down the rest of complexity. I feel like it's one of those things where if you pull him in at the wrong time, like Saksa just has to have such great understanding of the dynamics of the fight. Because if Bane is there, for instance, then he can Nightmare somebody and Fiend Script another, and then the egg's gonna end up being able to get finished. But if he's not, then I feel like complexity can just focus it.
Very hard to focus because it all has to be sort of on the lifestealer.
Oh god, it's too hype. We're too hype right now. We've broken the sound barrier. It's all over. Everybody's gonna die. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh wow. I think that your microphone might have gotten broken. Are you still there, Ryu?
Hold on.
I can hear you. You're good. You're good. You sound good. You sound wonderful. Moo is shooting off his little hook shot all over the place, but we've secretly lost the caster. Nobody knows. It's fine. Hello?
I need to plug something back. Hold on. Hold on.
All right, we're good to go. It's fine. Everybody's farming. We're still good here. The hype levels have transitioned through the servers and knocked us off the face of the earth. Lindsay is here now as Moo is gonna try and hit one of these another really big hook shots in. Resolution does not get a whole lot stronger than he is right now. Does have the Basher, might be building into the Abyssal fairly soon, and again, a little bit surprised that we haven't seen a ton of the Boots of Travel. It's mainly been the other items that allow him to win a fight. How's it going, sir? You're back with me just in time for this fight to get started.
Yeah, I got attacked by a big bug. I was,
God.
you know, you get that feeling when you have something flying around you and it's actually landing on you and whatever. Anyway,
oh God, that's
the reason why you don't go Boots of Travel is because the additional attack speed from Power Chest is super amazing.
Oh God, they're gonna be able to pull back. Actually, no, he lost out a creep.
Oh.
He got the wolf. Rezo is not going to be controlled. They end up missing the hook shot. Everything is popping off right now, but Rezo might actually die. The vacuum wall, the Earth Spike again. They kill them all. He's going to come back in just a second, and it is going to be able to keep him inside of there. Is it going to be enough? They buy back on the Phoenix, and Weeha hits a light strike right. Jesse trying to stay alive through this. He is going to end up getting inside of creep again. Jesse escapes over and over again. Are they going to have another one of these, though? They control resolution for the moment. Finger of Death comes out. Phoenix might be able to do this. Are they going to pull him inside? They hit the hook shot with Moo as well. Supernova has already been used, but Sunray is more than enough damage. Lifestealer has to buy back. They're going to continue the team fight. Sea Freak, the vacuum onto 3. They don't have the follow-up as of yet, trying to bring him down. Misery is going to be controlled instead, and Glimmercape still alive on the other side of the fight. The Supernova comes out. They've killed off the Lycan. He has fallen. He does have buyback, but hasn't used it as of yet. Z-Freak trying to chase down Saksa. They're pinging out on the barracks for the moment. They also threw out the Abyssal, so Saksa is going to fall, and up here towards the north, they're trying to keep them back, but they don't hit the Light Strike Ray, and Lina is going to get Infernal Blade. Oh, they explode Handscape. Get out of my game. The first hit match, though. Oh, it's not nearly enough. BKB's trying to get him off. Weeha's going to maybe be able to escape. Can they get an open wounds? It doesn't look like it. Batrider kill off the Clockwork in the meantime, and another Light Strike Ray. Weeha out of here. Suddenly 4 heroes dead for DC.
Oh my God, I could just name 100 plays that were so individually skilled for both sides, and I could talk about that for the 10 minutes, but I won't, guys. That Phoenix play, oh my goodness, saving Weehaw there. Unfortunately, they weren't able to save resolution and continue, but man, look at this base. It is polished. Right now, complexity, they have to go all in. They have to go all in just because two range racks left. And wolves and necro books and eventually get them. So you have to go all in here in the mid lane for complexity. There's no other option, else you're just going to get ratted to death. This is going to be the last team fight we see.
All right, well, buyback status, they have it on the Lycan. He's going to be back up, though, in 12 seconds, and Lina also does have it. The fact that Weehaw was able to escape from that is just ridiculous to me. I can't believe that Light Strike Array was able to get her away from there, and Clockwork also going to have a buyback, but this could be the first lane of racks going the way of complexity. Where's the initiation? Who needs to do what here in this fight?
I don't know, man. The Bat Rider has been on his A game this whole time for Limp. He has a refresher, guys.
Oh, God.
Good luck, Lyrical. I know you've been casting great so far.
All
You
right.
have to be on your P's and Q's again.
Let's see if they're going to be able to do it. It's getting ready for the moment. It feels like Complexity have to go in at this stage, and they are going to end up searching him up. Limp, he wants some. Come at me, bros. He comes forward. He's going to be able to catch down on Soxa, but no, he gets the Supernova off. They're going to disengage for the moment, but they've caught Chessie, and now going to be able to bring him back wall onto 3. It's not going to be nearly enough, though. Handskin's going to fall. So is Swindle.
Oh, that's
I think
GG.
the GC might have done it. Oh, the overextension and not being able to catch out Soxa there. Again, this guy has just been on point all game. Phoenix and Moo, MVP, Misery as well. They're going to jump back, are going to be able to catch one, and maybe is it going to be enough to actually drop the Doom onto Rezo, but look at the damage onto Z-Freak, not nearly enough. Moo just walks away, does a nice little moonwalk out of there while taunting on the clockwork, and now he catches him again with the hook shot. Oh, Limp goes down, GG gets called. DC in a thriller. Take game number
Radiant's
1.
middle tower has fallen.
You know, I actually caster cursed Limp so hard right there. I feel so bad.
Oh,
So damn bad. Oh my goodness. That could have been the play, not of his life, because the game isn't the biggest game of all, but man, that could have been one of the biggest plays he could have made there if he caught out the Phoenix right there, because Soxa didn't have buyback, and that they would have actually potentially won the game from there if Phoenix doesn't get it off an egg. And that was so heartbreaking to watch for like Limp fans, for Complexity fans, as he was jumping in as the Phoenix was diving back, didn't get it, the lasso, and just that 2 inches or 2 feet or however much you want to measure there is the difference in this game, and that is how close the game was.
Well, and again, you can't really, but I would completely agree with you that that was the moment where they could have taken it, but every moment leading up to that, DC was also really building an advantage, I feel like, and they just did a great job with it, and props to them. Still, the series isn't over. This is only game 1. How much more can we handle? Again, casters at Lyrical Dota, at Ryu Borez, at Ryu Dota, you change your handle over. I'm the worst in the world. I'm sorry, but more importantly, more from Star Ladder is soon to come. Game number 2. This is the finals. Winner moves on, and guess what? It's actually going to be an NA this time, and we're going to have an NA team in there from the qualifiers. Stick around, everybody. More in just a bit.